Hey everyone, and welcome to day number 14 of our Advent Yoga. So today we are going to be performing our Ashtanga Primary Series. There are going to be two parts to this, so part 1 today and part 2 another. We are going to be practicing our sun salutations that we did at the very beginning of our Advent Yoga. So we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutation A and B. So you may get quite warm. I advise you to make sure you have a drink of water nearby. If you need to pause the video at any point, please do. And also if it finds that we're going too quick as well for you, please also take it at your own pace. Don't feel you have to keep up and take rest whenever you need to. We will then be practicing a few of the asanas today. We won't get through all of them. The usual practice time for an Ashtanga series is about 90 minutes. This is obviously crammed into about 15 minutes. So we're not going to be doing all of the asanas today, and it may be in a slightly different order to what you may have practiced before. But there's certainly positions that we have done, a couple of extra new ones too. So do listen to your own body and make sure you only go as far as you can. If you tend to use a block, make sure that is near you as well, because you may want to use that as well as a strap as well if you think that's something that may help you too. So what we'll do is we're going to start standing. If you wish to take any time to begin with to meditate, please pause this video now, and I will then see you at the top of your mat ready to go. Okay, so starting with your feet just hip distance apart, we begin to lift the arms up, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge forwards from the hips, arriving into your Uttanasana forward fold and lengthen up to a halfway lift. Plant the hands down and you're stepping back into your plank position. Exhale, Chaturanga, and then push through to your Cobra or your Sphinx position. Exhale into your downward facing dog, easing down the heels one at a time. Bend the knees and either walk or jump your feet forwards to arrive back into Uttanasana. Inhale, we lift the arms up, taking another deep breath in, gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forwards from the hips, back down to Uttanasana, and we inhale up to a halfway lift. Plant the hands down, step your feet back or jump, and then exhale into your Chaturanga. Cobra, Sphinx or upward facing dog, and breathing out into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees and walk or jump your feet forwards again, arriving back at the top of your mat. We slowly rise up, taking the arms back out to the side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forwards again. And then coming up to your halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, stepping your feet back into your plank pose. Shift the weight forwards. Exhale, Chaturanga, lengthen through. And exhale as you send the glutes all the way back again, downward facing dog. Walk or jump your feet forwards, lengthen up, and then slowly start to rise up. Be lifting the arms all the way up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hinging forwards again from the hips, arriving in Uttanasana. Lifting up to your halfway lift, and then exhale, plant the hands down, stepping your feet back. Shift the weight forwards, Chaturanga, lower down. Breathe in as you come up to Cobra, Sphinx or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog, pedaling through the knees if you want to. Walk or jump your feet forwards, arriving in Uttanasana forward fold. Begin to roll up, grounding through the feet, lifting the arms up. Exhale, we go again, swan dive down. Lifting up to your halfway lift, planting the hands back down. Walk or jump your feet back. Shift the weight forwards, inhale and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale up to Cobra. Exhale into your downward facing dog. And then walk or jump your feet forwards, arriving at the top of your mat, Uttanasana. And then slowly rise up, lifting the arms up, deep breath in. Bringing the hands back to heart center and just taking a moment here to grab some water, rest, connect again with your breath. You swing the arms up, bend the knees.
knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Making sure you can see your toes, knees are in line, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forwards into your Uttanasana forward fold. Lengthen back up through the spine, plant the hands down, walk or jump your feet back. Into your plank, exhale Chaturanga, lengthen through to Cobra, Sphinx or Up Dog, and breathing out as you lengthen into your downward facing dog. Sending the right leg now up towards the sky, drawing that knee in and stepping the foot through, dropping your back heel, foot is 45 degrees, lengthen up, push through to Warrior One. Hips are facing forwards, exhale, plant the hands down. Step back into your plank pose, Chaturanga, and push through to Cobra, Sphinx or Up Dog. Exhale as you go into downward facing dog. This time lifting up with the left leg, extending up towards the sky. Three-legged dog, draw your left knee in, step the foot through. Right foot plants down. Inhale, lift up, Warrior One. Exhale, bring the hands back down to frame the foot, step back into plank, shift the weight forwards, exhale, Chaturanga. Pushing through to your Cobra, Sphinx or Up Dog, and breathing out again into downward facing dog. Walk or jump your feet forwards, arriving in Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Swing the arms forwards, Utkatasana chair pose. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release the hands back down. Grounding yourself again, you can take a moment to pause the video if you need. We then lift the arms all the way back up, stretching up, and exhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana again. Lengthening the spine, making sure you can see your toes, knees are in line. Breathe out, hinge forwards from the hips. Inhale up to your halfway lift. Exhale, the hands come down. Taking your feet back into your plank pose, Chaturanga. And lengthen through to Cobra, Sphinx or Up Dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog, lifting up the right leg. Draw that knee in. Step the foot through. Drop your back heel, push through the front foot, Warrior One. Bring the hands all the way back down, frame the foot, stepping back into plank. Arriving in plank, Chaturanga, and push through. Breathing out, pushing back into downward facing dog. Really start to lift up in a moment with the left leg when you're ready. Draw that knee in, gazing forward, step the foot through. Drop the back heel, push through your left leg. Rise up, Warrior One. Exhale, bring the hands back down, stepping back into your plank and Chaturanga. Lengthening through to Cobra or Upward Facing Dog and breathing out into your Downward Facing Dog. Pedaling through the knees one at a time. Walk or jump your feet forwards. Arriving in Uttanasana, swing the arms forwards, Utkatasana chair pose. Lengthen up, take a deep breath in and exhale, bring the hands back down. Okay, so we're now going to work through the primary series of our Ashtanga Yoga. So slowly first of all come down to your forward fold. You can soften the knees here, you can keep the hands resting on a block, or you can keep the hands resting on the feet if you can reach. We take a few deep breaths in here and then we make our way into our forward fold with our extra addition of placing the hands underneath the feet. So again, you can keep the knees soft if you need to, or you can begin to straighten the knees. So as you can see here, just bending and straightening the knees a couple of times, working into your forward fold. Release the hands from under the feet. Stretching the back of the legs and send your right leg back, coming into your low lunge. Drop your back heel, push through the front foot, rising up, Warrior One. Exhale into your Warrior Two. So these are movements that we quite often do in our practice. We're just going to be working through some of the Ashtanga Primary Series. We won't get through all of them. We're will certainly work into some. So we're coming into our Trikonasana now, straightening that left leg, taking your right hand up towards the sky. Then we're going to come into our revolved triangle pose, revolved Trikonasana. So you start to take the right hand now to the outside of the left leg, sending the left arm up, gazing up towards the sky. Slowly bring the hands back down, arriving back into your warrior two. Coming into a side angle, bringing first the left arm to the left thigh, taking the right arm up and over. If you want to extend down, placing the hand onto the inside of that left foot, you have that option as well, taking the arm up and over. Slowly bringing the back foot in, pushing through to come into now your revolved side angle. So come all the way up, and then you're taking your right hand to the outside of the left foot, gazing up towards the left arm. Taking a couple of breaths here, bringing the left hand down, frame the foot, turn the back toes, gazing forwards. Begin to step the back foot in, arrive back into your Uttanasana forward fold. Let's just grab hold of the elbows for a moment. You can swing from side to side if you want to. And either staying there or placing the hands underneath the feet again, bending and straightening into your forward fold. And when you're ready, releasing those hands, placing them down onto the mat, sending your left leg back now, arriving in low lunge, gazing forwards. We then drop the back heel, swing the arms forwards, rise up warrior one. And exhale into warrior two. Straightening that front leg, hinging forwards from the hips, arriving in Trikonasana. And then bending that front knee, arrive back into your warrior two. Turn the back foot now, so a little bit more 45 degrees. And then come into your revolved Trikonasana. Making sure you're not completely locking that front knee out. Push back now into your warrior two. Taking this warrior two for a few moments here to soften the breath. And then arrive into your side angle, taking your right hand to the thigh. Next option is to drop down to the floor, extending into your side angle. Push through that front foot and try and keep your balance as you then come into your revolved side angle. So you may bring that back foot in slightly. We're taking the left hand to the outside of the right leg. You can rest on a block as well. And then bring your right hand down, pushing back up into your warrior two. So now we're going to heel toe the feet into the side of the mat, lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge forwards from the hips, stretching through the back, lowering down now into your wide forward fold. You can rest here on a block if you want to, just to keep that spine nice and long. Or if it's within your practice, you can start to bring your the crown of the head down, either to the block or to the floor. Taking deep breaths in as we're in our forward fold. You may then want to bring the feet in slightly. Depending on how you're feeling today, we're then going to bring the hands to the hips. So we're going to really use our core to stabilize us, really grounding those feet into the mat. And then we're taking our next stage by taking the hands behind the back and bringing them over to take into a shoulder stretch. And the last one is to grab hold of the big toes with the two-piece fingers, letting the elbows bend out to the side. Place the hands onto the center of your mat, walk them round to the right foot, coming into your low lunge, and then slowly bring that left leg in to join the right. And slowly lifting up. A few more asanas in our primary series to do for part 1 today. So you may want to come a little bit more central into your mat, bringing the hands to the hips. Going to draw your right knee in, take your two-piece fingers around your big toe. Now you've got an option of staying here, or you can start to lengthen that front leg, pushing the foot out in front. You can keep the knee slightly soft if you want to. Next option, finding your balance, keeping hold of that big toe, extend the leg out to the side. Bending the knee. And then placing the foot now nearer just underneath the hips. It's resting on the thigh. Either holding this foot here with the left hand or extending the arms up towards the sky if you can keep your foot resting there. Now either stay here practicing your balance or come into your forward fold. Half lotus forward fold. Hands can come to a block. And then press through that left leg, finding that balance as you rise back up. Taking the arms up above the head and slowly release your foot down to the floor. Bend the knees, swing the arms back, Utkatasana chair pose. Making sure you can see your toes, lengthen the spine and exhale, release. Ready to go again on the other side. Two-piece fingers around your left big toe, right hand to the hip. Option to stay there or extend the leg forwards. Keeping the knee soft if you need to. Start to open out the hip. Next asana, taking it out to the side. Again, not taking it there for too long. Bringing the foot back in, resting it on the thigh. Reach the arms all the way up. Coming back into your half lotus forward fold. Again, hands could come to a block, finding your balance. Really grounding through your right foot, push through the thigh, lift the arms all the way up, extend up. And then slowly release the foot back down, swing the arms forwards, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, straighten and release. So our final balance, just hugging the right knee in towards the chest. You've got an option to stay here or release the hands up towards the sky. Flex the foot and straighten the leg in front. Bend the knee, hug the right knee in, place the foot back down. And then finding your balance as you hug the left knee in, take the hands around the shin. You can either stay here or lengthen up, taking the arms up to the sky. Lengthen the left leg forwards, bend the knee, hug the knee in, and then slowly place the foot down. So well done for today. It was a tough one for Ashtanga part 1. We'll be doing part 2 very, very soon. So just coming into Shavasana in whichever position you want to, or just resting here in Tadasana, bringing the hands to the heart. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.
Thank you for joining in today. Don't forget to hit subscribe in order to follow the remainder of our Christmas Advent yoga sessions. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.